your folks, Shaka. Wanted to share my thoughts with y'all real quick. Y'all, I've been checking out this show called The Dropout. Now, I have read the book. I started the book some months ago, but I just went on ahead and finished it before I decided to complete this show because I think it's going to be only one season or whatever. But it's about Elizabeth Holmes. I think that's her last name, Elizabeth Holmes. And she was like up and coming tech mogul. You know what I'm saying? Back in the early 2000s, 2010s, late 2000s, early 2010s. Now her idea and concept or whatever, it turned out to be fraudulent, but the company that she had brought to the table, I think it ended up being backed by like billions of dollars. You know what I'm saying? So it was a major deal. Now she has recently been convicted as of February. I don't think that they have sentenced her yet, but it is a good book. Okay, if you're a reader, it's a better book. But so far, it's a good show. You know what I'm saying? It's a good backdrop to learn about a woman and her counterfeit personalities, and also how things can turn out to be very chaotic when we as men deal with the woman irresponsibly. You know what I'm saying? Because on the surface level, you'll look and say, oh, well, it's her fault. She lied. She knew it was this and that. But on a 3D level, you notice that it was men that were backing her. You know what I'm saying? That's where most of the billions were, the billions were coming from. Hundreds of millions, billions was coming from. You know what I'm saying? There were men being very passive about a lot of things in the show and things like that. And I told y'all previously before, by nature, the woman is somewhat of an opportunist. You know what I'm saying? She's a chameleon and she can be an opportunist. And that's by nature. That has a lot to do with her having to be for her offspring, believe it or not. You know what I'm saying? When we look at it from the nature perspective, the woman is supposed to be wired to do the most for her children. You know what I'm saying? But in society, that can be used to do all kinds of things. You know what I'm saying? The woman is still going to be an opportunist. And when we as men, we put opportunities out there for the woman for her to capitalize on irresponsibly, it could be chaotic. Not saying that we're not supposed to provide opportunities for the woman to get out there and shine, you know what I'm saying, and show the world who she is, you know what I'm saying, but we have to do that responsibly. And these men did not do that in this whole situation, you know what I'm saying? But the primary reason why I'm speaking on this today is because y'all know that I had told y'all previously before that it's better for a man to set the standard versus sitting around asking a woman all of these questions about different things. And there was a scene in episode 5. This is going to be a spoiler. Episode 5 of this show, at probably like the 3-minute and 15-second mark. At this point, spoilers, her company has got into negotiation with Walgreens. Okay, now like I stated, the concept is somewhat really fraudulent. It's not a working concept, but they're pushing it like it is. You know what I'm saying? But they're in the mock room, okay, where they're showing her how it's gonna look in the Walgreens. They want to set up shop in Walgreens, okay, and they have secured this deal, but they don't have a release date on when her company, known as Theranos, is gonna actually have the product ready, okay? she's still beating around the bush because they ain't got it figured out. And so in this scene, one of the guys, one of the top tycoon guys, he's in there asking her, when are they gonna have it ready? Okay, because until she tells him that, they're not gonna really be able to get started and yada yada yada. So when he's asking her this, she's kind of like, well, we kind of told y'all it's gonna be a process. This is a sensitive thing, giving him those runaround types of things. You know what I'm saying? Because he's asking her these types of questions. Okay, he's getting a counterfeit personality. All right. And so the next guy who comes in, he responds to that accordingly, the right way. Okay, so he come in and he's like, there's no date, but I got a date. To make a long story short, y'all, he tells her he has a date, September. You got to have it ready by September. And what does she do? She responds and says, okay, we're going to have it ready by September. Okay. Now because he held her to that standard, you know what I'm saying, she had to speak to that. You know what I'm saying? He put her in somewhat of a position to speak to that. And just as a man, when you're dealing with women, that's what you do. You set the standard. And based on what I tell y'all all the time, it happens at the reaction level. Okay? Based on what you see at the reaction, okay? It's going to determine if you are going to deal with her or how you're going to deal with her, okay? And that's pretty much what that was, him dealing with her like that in business, because if she would have responded and said, oh, well, I'm not going to have it ready then, that puts the ball back in his court. He got to make a decision as a man. You know what I'm saying? He can't really make it about her at that point. You did. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it there, y'all. But yeah, I mean, if you are somebody that likes out-of-the-box stuff, you know what I'm saying, you're into out-of-the-box things and certain types of history and stuff like that, especially in recent history, modern tech and stuff like that, it's definitely a good book to read, and it's a good show to watch so far. But I'm going to go ahead and leave it there, y'all. Comment below if you've seen the show. Hit the sub button and the bell. We dropping shit y'all like. It's your folks, Shaka, the Urban Philosopher. I'm out. It's 300.